What's going on, guys? This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 49, and I am in my truck. But we're still here, like always, each and every week, bringing you nothing but consistency for 49 weeks straight, people. 49 weeks straight. It doesn't even matter if I'm driving right now. It doesn't matter if I've been driving before. It doesn't matter if I've been doing anything else other than coming here every week, every Thursday. I'm still here, still present. As always, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 49. Appreciate you guys for always popping in and showing love and supporting me through 49 weeks of hosting the show. Now, normally, if you've been watching the show and been tuning in consistently, you will know that I've spent majority of my show doing it in the comforts of my own residence. And sometimes I just so happen to be out. Today's one of those days where I have to be out. And just because I'm out does not mean that I will not do my show. So, as always, appreciate you guys for popping in here. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions, week 49. The goal is 52 or 53, 52 weeks in a 52 weeks in a year. Not 53. Yeah. So, 52 weeks in a year. That's my goal. We're almost there. You know, we've been doing this for quite some time now. And what I'm going to be asking of you guys is to tune in for the duration of the show. And it's, where are you going? You're not going nowhere. For the duration of the show and for when we actually hit 52 weeks, because I have something special for you guys. And I just want to make it a celebratory event. Now, how often have you done something 52 weeks in a row? Besides breathe. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to make this a special thing when we hit 52, and we'll go from there. And I want you guys to show up, show out, and just show love like you guys have always shown love. And so again, this is not for me. It hasn't been for me. This is for you guys, right? I add value to you guys' life in any capacity I can when it comes to real estate and answering any one of your questions. So what's going on, Anthony? Of course, I am on the road right now, and I like to give folks some time to pop in here and get our questions answered. So if this is your first time coming in here, as always, it's a Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 49 weeks straight. Come in here and ask anything, everything real estate related. I will do my best to answer. Remember, I'm not a guru. I just know more than the average Joe, right? I like to keep it that way. But other than that, this is a safe space where you can ask those kind of questions. And like I said, 49 weeks straight. Who's giving you this much value and consistency? I don't know, right? My time is the 12 o'clock time. Everybody knows 12 o'clock is my time on IG Live. So I like to hold that down and make sure that we keep our spot. What's up, brother? Hey, what's going on, man? I hear you guys down there in Nashville are done with the bad weather, which is good. Kicking down doors. What's going on? Appreciate you for popping up in here. Anthony says, I got a question. I've got a question on STR. Hey, before you ask, actually, I have skipped what my normal due diligence, right? My normal due diligence is this, guys. If this is your first time watching the show, you can ask me anything, everything real estate related. Also, housekeeping rules. I do have housekeeping rules. I don't ask you guys of much, but I do ask you guys of one small thing, which is screenshot this, post it to your story, and let folks know what we're doing each and every week. Because when you post to your story, you let other folks know what we're doing each and every week, which is providing value, which invites them to come here. And when they ask questions that you didn't think to ask, guess what? You now have more information than you thought you would have had, had it just been me up here gas bagging like I do every single week. So that's why I asked you guys to screenshot this, post to your story. No, I don't want to be on your feed. You guys are very sensitive about your feeds. I don't want to be on your feed. Just to be clear, put me on your story. Right? You can put me on your story for 10 minutes. I don't care. Just show love. That's how I ask. I sit here and give you guys value each and every week for an hour, at least an hour of my time. That's the only thing I ask for in return. So that, and also, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section below and or in the question mark little button right there. I will do my best to answer, because again, I am not a guru. I just know more than the average Joe. So we can go ahead and get this thing popping, started. What's going on, Camille? What's going on, Mr. Jefferson? What's going on, brother? Hope you're living nice. Appreciate y'all for popping in here, guys. You guys always show up. Dang! Oh, snap. Today is not over. The reason I gave that expression, Keneal's gonna know why. Thursday is not over. Thursday is not over. Yeah, hold tight on that. Anthony Vargas, ask your question, because I'm about to get it from my accountability crew. I'm about to get it. Brent, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for popping in here. Oh, snap. Where my pistol at? Sorry. Anyway, guys, Anthony Vargas, you can go ahead and ask your question right there in the comment section below. There you go, right there. I'm good, G. Hey, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. Okay, we got a couple more people. All right, Anthony Keneal, man, you're gonna kill me. All right, Anthony Vargas says, what rules and regulations are you facing for short-term rentals in your market, and how are you finding loopholes specifically towards rental arbitrage? My man Anthony Vargas came out with a straight fire. So I will say this: I have not delved into short-term rentals in Baltimore. I do know a couple of individuals that do. I will say that in our community in Baltimore City, they put some restrictions in place back in, I think it was 2019 December 2019. Baltimore implemented their short-term rental rules regarding, Airbnbs and things like that. And what happened was, things they put in place, because it was, if you don't know, Baltimore is a great market for rentals and flips, right? Specifically for cash flow, for rentals, right? If you're looking for cash flow, Baltimore's where it's at. People look at DC, perfect example. Baltimore is great for cash flow, DC is not. Right? A lot of value here. You can come here and buy cheap and, rent your space out. You can buy for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. Rent your space out for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 very easily, right? If you did the math in your head, like I just did, that's a pretty good return. You're talking about 10, 12, 14%. That's great, right? So with this abundance of cash flowing properties and ability to acquire rentals at a great rate, imagine doing that with short-term rentals / Airbnbs. There's an abundance of those. And so what people were doing was they were buying a bunch of houses as if they were rental properties, long-term rentals, and they were doing Airbnbs with those properties. Now, with the abundance of rentals here, there's a bunch of landlords. And not everybody is going to be doing things the right way, aka slumlords. So there were people that were buying a bunch of rental properties, rental grade properties, and turning them to Airbnbs, because this is when Airbnb was wasn't fresh, but it was still on the up and up, and people were like, I want to get Airbnb, I want to make money. Great, right? Cash flowing property, you probably double your money with a short-term rental. So Baltimore City said, hey, starting December 2019, there's rules and regulations in play that if your Airbnb is not your primary residence, you now have to have your property regulated as a rental, regulated as if it's a rental property. So you have to go through your, it has to be registered to the city, right? You have to pay a hotel tax. I think it's like 18%. You also have to get, you have to pass a rental inspection as well, because people were having these Airbnbs and all types of conditions and all that kind of stuff. So, long story short, what I'm saying is the restrictions, being as though it's a year and a half later, I'm pretty sure these rules and regulations are the same across the country. But back then, they weren't so prevalent. So right now, you just have to make sure that your house is livable, right? Those rental inspections are put in place to make sure that people, slumlords, aren't slumming their houses out, and that, there's hot and cold water, and, roofs ain't leaking and stuff like that. So as long as you have a property that is livable and it's nice, right, and, it's got all the safety things that are put in place where it needs to be, you can have an Airbnb here. Now, the flip side is, you are paying that hotel tax. Hotels complain so much about Airbnbs that they like, it's like the cab business. Cab business completely hates Lyft and Uber, right? Hotels, same thing with Airbnb. Oh, they're taking our business. Now you got a hotel tax. So those are the only restrictions here in Baltimore. Outside of that, it's pretty easy. If you're somebody that's going to do the right thing, buy a property, renovate it, fix it up, make it look nice, you're already doing the right things. As if you were doing a long-term rental, it's the same thing with a short-term rental. So if you're already going to come in and have the intentions to do the right thing, there's no real regulations here in place that are like really stringent. Like a DC. DC is a little bit different with how they are operating with their Airbnbs, because it is a hot destination. We want Baltimore to be a hot destination like DC. But quite frankly, short-term rentals, bring them here. They're going to help boost our economy and bring more tourists here, which is going to spend more money. So that's what we want here in Baltimore. DC is a different ballgame. So I hope that answered your question. I know I was very long-winded, and I hope I actually got to the point. If I did get to your point, Anthony Vargas, give me a thumbs up so I know. If I didn't get to your point, give me a thumbs down, and I will tell you that that's the best way I can answer your question. Now, I will actually throw it back on you. In Nashville, how's the Airbnb market for short-term rentals, and what problems are you guys facing? That's how you throw it back on. Anyway, what's going on, Brett? Brett says, "Sup, King? How do you determine your layouts for your properties?" Got you. What's going on, Corey? Hey, Curly Poo, how you doing? Anthony Vargas gives me the thumbs up sign. Hey, appreciate you for asking that question, guys. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section below and or in the question mark right there. This is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 49. 49. Where I'm giving you guys nothing but consistent value. The only thing I ask you guys is to screenshot me and post it to your story so folks can know what we are doing each and every week. I am not in my house right now. I am out running my company, which means I am running a bunch of errands right now. I'm going to get to your question, Brent. Oh snap. Maybe I should have turned there. So right now what I am doing is running errands. I literally had a rehab start. I had another rehab start a couple days ago, 2 days ago, and I have another one that's nearing completion, and I'm out here running errands trying to find doors. And here's the one thing, here's the reason why I say you guys should be shopping for materials. I know where to get stuff for cheaper than Home Depot. So I don't get my doors from Home Depot. I get them from this place that I'm at right here, right? This place has doors, pre-hung doors, for about 50, 60 bucks. Same retail price at Home Depot is about $120 to $150. Yeah, sorry about that. So I get my doors from this place. And I save money. So anyway, let's get back to the question. So Brent asked me, how do I do my layouts? How do I determine my layouts for my properties? So here's the thing with that, right? And if you guys remember, I told you guys that I used to work for an investor, and another investor, and he was a house flipper, and he flipped like 60 houses a year. And so with doing that kind of volume, I'm consistent. I was as an acquisitions manager, I saw the whole process from start to finish, XYZ, right? And so for me, I would look and see how he did it. And when you flip a lot of houses, your layout is important. Your layout sells the house, believe it or not. It's not just the bathroom, it's not just the kitchen. Sorry, I got a contractor calling me and I can't. He's just gonna have to text me. Anyway, so like I was saying, I thought there was always a secret sauce, secret magic. But what he would do is he would go and literally spend probably about an hour in the house just to get a feel. Start just kind of just thinking. And what he would tell me was like, you need to spend time in the rehab, right? Now at his rate, he wasn't spending that much time because he's been doing it for years and years, flipped thousands of homes. But for me, a lot of that meant like spending time in the rehab. And what he would do is he would literally just get graph paper. And he would sketch all his layouts on the graph paper. And each block will represent a foot. So if you go to the store and get graph paper, you'll see they have the graph paper that has little blocks. Use those. Each block represents a foot. So if you got 10 feet, you draw a line. If you got a 10-foot wall, you draw up a line 10 blocks. 2 feet over. You get what I'm saying? That's how he came up with his layouts. And so as he was in there, as he was looking at, checking out the layout, gosh, I'm getting so many notifications. He would draw it out on graph paper. And so he would do it as is, right? So here is the space as is. He'd do an as is drawing. And then he would also create the new layout drawing. And for that, pencil, eraser, that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be anything more complicated. And in fact, the reason why you say graph paper and using the foot, the blocks as a foot, is because once you're done with making your layout, and I got some other things to add to this. Once you're done making your layout, that is a great piece of paper to go give to your contractors and post on the wall, and they can actually see how much feet a wall needs to be framed out or where this needs to go. They can use those blocks as references as well. So it's very easy to come up. It's very easy to use. Again, doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to go get CAD and all that kind of stuff. No, don't need to do that, right? Go get you some graph paper, go get you a pencil with an eraser on it, spend some time in the rehab, and make your layouts. Now, when it comes to layout strategy, it was communicated to me, and how I've done so thus far is that obviously open layouts are the thing, right? People like open layouts. Us millennials, we like open layouts. You want to create a layout that is open and fluid. If it's chopped up, you're gonna have a harder time selling it. So when I say open and fluid, living room, dining room, kitchen, probably all need to be cohesive, right? As far as flow, you probably don't want any breaks in between there. If you can take out a wall, a dividing wall between the living room and the dining room, you guys seen those kind of houses. There's a wall that separates the living room and the dining room. You probably just want to take that out, right? More people are spending time in these spaces collectively instead of having them separate, right? Your kitchen and dining room. You probably don't want a wall dividing your kitchen and your dining room. You're probably better off with a retaining wall, right? Or just taking it down completely and having an open concept with an island there, right? Layout tips upstairs, right? With your master bathroom and bedroom. I know we don't say that. I don't even know the correct term, but anyway, your master bedroom. That's where your breadwinners. That's where your breadwinners are living. That is where the people that pay the bills are going to be sleeping. They more than likely need a bathroom, right? And so if you have, let's say you have 3 bedrooms up top, right? And you have a common bathroom. All 3 bedrooms share that bathroom. Chances are, if you are a family of 4, husband, wife, daughter, son sharing 2 bedrooms, bedroom 1, bedroom 2, parents sharing one bedroom. All y'all are sharing that bathroom. Chances are you don't want to share a bathroom with your kids, right? The kids' bedrooms don't really matter in the layouts. I'm just going to be completely honest. The kids' bedrooms don't matter. The bedroom that matters is the master bedroom, right? And if you have the ability to put a bathroom in there, put a bathroom in there, right? Even if you have a common bathroom on that floor, it's going to pay dividends to put another bathroom on that floor in the master bedroom, right? Just some layout tips. You add a bathroom in your basement if you can, right? And so the whole thing, we talk about layout designs and how I come up with my stuff. I always think about the breadwinners, right? The first floor, I'm always thinking about how can I make this more open than what it is, right? The second thing I'm thinking about is the breadwinners. Is there a master bedroom? How can I create a master bedroom with a master bath, with its own bath, right? And so those are kind of like the guiding things. How can I make this space as open as possible? How can I make the space as cohesive as possible on the first floor, second floor? And are the breadwinners, the people making the decisions, the people that are paying for the house, not the kids, not the in-laws, but the mom and pops, do they have what they want? I can tell you guys right now, I don't know how you guys live. Leave me alone. I hope y'all aren't reading the comment sections. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my point, because Brent asked me about layouts. I'm gonna finish my point real quick. Yes, so that's my process when it comes to coming up with layouts. Get you some graph pieces of paper, pencil, with a good eraser. Spend some time in there, get a feel, walk through, make as is drawings. One block equals a foot, and then go and create your final layout. And there you go. And keep those other things in mind, right? Open, cohesive layout on your first floor between your kitchen, dining room, and living room. And then your upstairs, your breadwinners, your the people who's paying for the house, do they have a suitable space for them to live? And then the last thing is F them kids. That's the last part. We don't really care about the kids, right? We care about kids, but when it comes to like buying a house, kids don't care about room spaces. They'll take a small 10 by 10 foot room. They don't care. So don't put an emphasis on the kids. That's why I say when it comes to layout design, F the kids. They'll get in where they fit in. You need to cater to the people that's paying the bread, right? I want to say what I want to say, but I'll try not to curse on here because I respect y'all, right? Now, if y'all talk to me outside of here, I cuss like crazy. It's ridiculous. So anyway, let's get to the elephant in the room, guys. If you guys just popped in here, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions Week 49, where you can ask me anything, everything real estate related. You can ask me something in the comment section below, yeah. So anyway, I got a couple people that popped in here. Corey, what has been your experience with hard money lenders? I got you on that. Annalise Bush, hey, how you doing? The Oliver Perry says, what's up, Rally? What's going on? Yeah, I decided to wear my FAMU stuff today. I was running errands, and the last couple of days I've been working my butt off like a contractor, like the contractor I am. I don't like to spend time in rehabs, but I have been the last couple of days. I've been trying to make some money. So today I just decided I didn't want to get dirty. Plus, I'm hopping on the road today. I'm going home today, guys. I'm going to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going home. Yes, I love to go home because I get to see my mother, I get to see my father, and I get to get garlic crab trays from Jacksonville. So, yes, shout out to the Rattlers today, showing love as I run errands and all the great stuff. Anyway, the mobile home plug, what's going on? Destiny, hello. Hello, Destiny. The DJ Realtor, what's going on? I'm going to skip Destiny's comment real quick. Mobile home plug says, not the kids, yes, the kids. JR Drills or JR Deals, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in here. So we got a couple questions, and I'm gonna get to those questions real quick. Guys, hold on. But I have to hold myself accountable because I asked you guys to hold me accountable. And last week, guys are hearing it here, right? Last week, I charged you guys, my loyal listeners, viewers, supporters, I charged you guys with holding me accountable for putting this show on YouTube. You guys did that, right? And I said that I would. Now, throughout the week, actually starting last week Thursday, I had Destiny. Destiny came on here. I think it was her first or second time on the show, and she made it personal to tell me to hold me accountable to putting this show on YouTube. And I said I was going to do that. Destiny was the first person to comment, said she would do that. I'm sorry, Destiny, I did not do that. Throughout the week, I had Keneal, who's probably watching. Keneal Caldwell, my line brother. He held me accountable too. And he texted me offline and said, hey, I got XY, I just checked out XYZ on YouTube. You need to put your show on YouTube. I said I will have it done before Thursday's show. I did not, so I apologize, Keneal. I also had another individual check into my DMs and say, did you put the show on YouTube? Clock is ticking. Boom, boom, boom. Ellie, I apologize. I did not do that. So, I don't know where you guys are going to go and have somebody actually hold themselves, not hold themselves accountable, but I'm holding myself accountable because I told you guys to do that for me. I did not follow through. And so for that, I do apologize. By next week, Thursday, next week's show, I will have this show on YouTube, all 49 episodes. Trust and believe that. It's been a busy couple days, so I apologize. I did ask you guys to hold me accountable, and you did. Keneal asked me, Destiny said, I can't stay long, but put the videos on YouTube 7 days later, and it's still done. This is why I love y'all. All right. This is why I come here every week, because you guys hold me accountable when I ask you to. So yes, I will put this show on YouTube. I'm asking for an extension. If you guys want to give me an extension, please send the heart emojis up. Flutter the heart emojis if you want to give me an extension. Give me 7 days. In fact, comment below with how many days you guys will give me for an extension. And whatever days, I will make it happen. If you say I'll give you another 3 days, 7 days, whatever, comment below with the number of days you guys are willing to give me on the extension to have this show put on YouTube. And I will do that. I will do that. Comment below with the number of days. Oh my gosh. So let's get back to some questions. Guys, if this is your first time, that's it. Mobile Home Plug says, I don't mind helping Shot if you need it. Yes, I think I will need help. Hit my DMs, Mobile Home Plug. Destiny says, you got it till tomorrow, close of business. You know what? There it is. I have till tomorrow, close of business, to have the Real Estate Q&A Sessions show on YouTube. There it is. So y'all show Destiny some love. That is real accountability from a real friend, a real Rattler. Shout out to the Rattler gang. Appreciate y'all for popping in here. Chelsea JCPA. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for popping in here. So let's get back to some questions, guys. If this is your first time on the show, we do this every week, 49 weeks straight thus far. 52 weeks is our goal. We want to hit a year. We're that much closer. I come here every week, give you guys an hour of my time, providing nothing but value in the best way I can, hoping to help you guys in your own real estate endeavors so you don't make a $10,000 mistake like I've done a couple times, right? Curtsy, got a blast, have a wonderful show. Thank you, Destiny, for popping in here just to hold me accountable. I love you, appreciate you. And if you're gonna check out, make sure you check out the rest of the show on my feed, because guys, as you guys already know, I post the shows all on my feed. So, thank you, Destiny. Appreciate you for popping in here. So, yeah, guys, this is the first time. Ask your questions below in the comment section right there and or the question mark right there. Boom, let's get to some questions because we had a couple. We got a question from Corey. We got a question from Keneal. I'm gonna take care of. Let me get Corey out the way, Keneal. I got you. So Corey asks, what has been your experience with hard money lenders? So my experience has actually been phenomenal. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my hard money lender. Now, for me, it's been lender singular, not lenders plural. All of my deals that I've done via hard money have been through one lender. And that's the beauty of finding somebody you cohesively work with that, believes in what you're doing. And, you have that relationship. And hard money lending is not like a bank, right? Banks see black and white. You either have what you have or you don't, right? And so with my hard money lender, it's all hard money lending. My hands are actually. Hard money lending is all based on relationships, right? You might not have all the credentials to be a prime candidate to get lending. But if I believe in you, you know what I'm saying, and you are an upstanding citizen and all that kind of stuff, whatever you want to call yourself, right? I might lend to you. Now, my terms might not be favorable, but I might lend to you and then see how this relationship goes, this working relationship. And so for me, my hard money lending experience has been great, right? Shout out to I ain't gonna put them on blast, but shout out to my plug. Shout out to my money plug. Basically, that's what it is. Shout out to my money plug. At this point, when I first started, I didn't necessarily have all the credentials. I had, just left my job, so I didn't have a W-2. And, I got put in front of a couple lenders who, were kind of blowing me off. And then I ultimately ended up with the lender that I rock with now. And we had a sit-down meeting. We had lunch. And it was kind of like one of those old Italian mobster. It was kind of like one of those mobster movies where, you go sit down with the with the money people, have lunch, and you might think you're, eating lunch, but it's really like an interview. Yeah, it was real like that. And so after that, everything was pretty much cool. I did some deals. They saw that I was serious. They saw I wasn't joking around. They got paid their money, XYZ. And it went from being able to do just one deal at a time to now I have multiple deals that they've lent to me during one period of time, right? I just told you guys I have 3 rehabs going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, if I send them a deal, I don't really get any pushback. They just lend it. It's pretty simple. But that's based on the relationship I built with them over the past 2.5 years of being committed to what I say I'm going to do and delivering, and also paying them on time. That's a huge component. So yeah, that has been my experience. It's been a phenomenal one. If you guys are interested in hard money, and utilizing hard money, I will say that yes, have your credentials in place, but also come to them with your best foot forward personally, right? You want to be a good person, right? Because they don't have to lend to you just because you have the credentials. They don't have to, right? Banks, if you got the credentials and they don't lend to you, you can file a claim or whatever. So that's why I say, if you looking for a hard money lender, you want to create that relationship with them. You want to have, oh man, Ellie's in the chat. She's entered the chat and she's probably going to ask me the same question. Where are the YouTube videos? I already know what's coming. I'm here for all the YouTube smoke. I am here for it today. I'm here for it. Give it to me. Anyway, so yeah, Corey, I hope that answers your question. Shoot me a thumbs up if that answered your question, brother. If not, shoot me a thumbs down or tell me what you need further explanation on. So yeah, Aljo Gardening, how are you doing? Hey, I should do a plant show on here. Shit, not on this show, but I should do a plant show. Ellie, what's going on? Kanil, how does debt loan impact the ability to get into real estate investing? Great question. It matters if you're going for a bank product, right? What banks like to look at in a large part is your debt to income ratio. So your debt, how much debt you have versus how much income you're bringing in, right? And so if you have your debt to income ratio, ideally you want to be less than 50%, right? That means that however much debt you have, do I know him? However much debt you have, you want to make sure that you have the income to be able to pay off that debt comfortably, right? And that's how they figure out how much they're willing to lend to you. And in some cases, if your debt is sky high and you don't have the income to support not only your debt but also a new mortgage on top of that, you're definitely not going to be a prime candidate to be lent to via a bank. And so that's why they say your debt to income ratio is important. So if you make $100,000 and you have $50,000 in debt, your debt to income ratio is 50%, right? You probably want to get that down a little bit, but that's basically what that means. And vice versa. So when it comes to how big of an impact that is when it comes to getting lending via like a bank, it's huge, right? And so a lot of people have a problem getting money via a bank because of their student loans. And depending on what bank you go to, there is an emphasis on whether student loans are important or not important. Or I'm not going to say not important, but where it weighs heavily or not. There is such thing as good debt and bad debt, right? Bad debt is like, credit cards, crazy credit cards and all those kind of things, right? You don't want to run up your credit cards. I went through this trying to tell you guys, don't run up credit cards, have good debt, right? I got home loans and things like that. That's good debt. Bad debt, you don't want bad debt. But anyway, yes, banks look at all that banks look at all that stuff, right? And so income wise, I don't know if you guys have the ability to, let's say this, right? Let's say that you're talking to a bank and they say, hey, your debt to income ratio is a little off. We need to see more income. How do you show more income? Well, do you have other ways of making money? Right? Do you have a side business? Right? Do you have a side business? Do you have any other ways that you make money that you're not showing that's documented? That's probably when you actually want to show that money being documented as actual income to raise your income. Because when you have a lot of debt, that's gonna weigh heavy on them lending to you if you're not making enough money to support that debt. So if you have a high debt to income ratio, and let's say you're only making a certain amount of money and you're barely scraping by, if I tack on a $1,200 mortgage to that, you might be underwater. And so when I look at your debt, now when I look at you as a lending candidate, you're looking very risky, because if I give you this loan and I give you this monthly payment to make over the next 30 years, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my money back comfortably without hassling you every month, because you can barely afford to pay for it, right? And that's why they look at your debt to income ratio, because they want to make sure that you're making enough money to not only support the debt that you currently have, but the debt that you're about to incur with the mortgage that you're trying to acquire. And so, again, it weighs heavy when you're looking at a bank product. Now, hard money is a little different. Hard money is a little bit different, right? Again, banks have national criteria that they just can't really shake. You know what I'm saying? Hard money lenders, if it's their own money, they can, like my lender. I don't know how much money they got, but I know they got millions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't know how much money they have. But if they want to say, hey, look, if they want to say they're gonna lend you the money, they're just gonna lend you the money. It's just what it is, right? So again, yes, it's a big factor. Debt to income ratio is a huge factor where you're looking at bank products, FHA, conventional, VA, all that kind of that stuff is big there. Banks. Hard money, not so much. They do want to see your income. They want to make sure you're, but again, those decisions are on a case-by-case basis depending on what lender you're talking to and how flexible they are to lend to people. I know of very strict hard money lenders that want this, and this, right? Credit for bank statements, W-2s, all this. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know of those kind of lenders. But I also know of lenders that are very like, we like you here, just pay us our money back. I know of lenders like that. So that's why I bring that up. But yes, to Keneal's point, they are, how does your debt to loan impact the ability to get into real estate investing? It does. It just depends on what kind of financing you're trying to go after. If you're trying to use a conventional product, which is the main product that a bank gives out for real estate investing, then yes, you're gonna be subject to your debt to income ratio, right? Just like if you was using an FHA loan. FHA products are also used in an investment in an investment capacity. You just have to make sure that it's your primary residence. Don't do like I did, where I didn't claim my first house FHA loan as a primary residence. Don't do as I do. But you get my drift, right? And then not so much when it comes to hard money lending, like Brent said, it's relational. Hope that answered your question. Guys, we got a couple people popped in here. Wizzy, be good. What's going on? Hey, Dallas folk, what's good? Wayne TSP, how you living? Narik. Hey. If I misspelled your name, I apologize. Lace Marley. How you doing? Marley is such a beautiful name. I love that name. I'm going to name my daughter Marley if I have a daughter. I hope. I name her Marley. I hope my fiance is okay with the name Marley, because I like that name. Yes. Miss C 2003. What's going on? Wizzy be good. What's good, Bubba? Hey, how you living? Other than that, guys, if this is your first time here, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 4-9. Oh, there we go, 4-9. Doing this pretty much consistently for 49 weeks straight. Our goal is a year. We're almost upon that. Every single show, I for some reason can't remember how many weeks are in a year, but it should be 52, I think. So we're not that far off from hitting our year goal of doing this each and every week. And if you guys are in the audience and you guys don't pay attention, for the year show, the show that marks a year, it's going to be a special one. So make sure you guys tune into that. And guys, make sure that you show up. As I will be doing something, I cannot reveal that now, but I'll be doing something on the year mark show, 1 year anniversary of, Real Estate Q&A Session. So again, if this is your first time, you can ask me anything, everything real estate related. I do my best to answer, as I am not a guru. I am just an average Joe. No, I just know more than the average Joe. There's a saying, right? Ask your questions right there in the comment section below, and or hit that question mark button right there and ask your question there. Housekeeping rules, guys. I only ask of one thing every single week. One thing, right? I only ask of you guys one thing. I come here and give you guys my value, my time, right? Every week. I only ask you guys of one thing. Just one thing. Do me this solid. Just one thing. Screenshot this, post it to your story, and let folks know what we're doing each and every week. We need fresh blood. We need fresh blood in here to ask questions that you guys didn't think to ask, because when other folks come here and ask questions that you didn't think to ask, those questions get answered, and therefore you get more value. So I can gas bag all day, all about real estate on here, but we also want other people's opinions and things like that. And also, guys, come in here and share your experience. Last week, right? We have some loyal people. Like Keneal's a loyal watcher. Brent, couple folks are pretty loyal up in here. Been in here. Corey's another one. The Oliver Perry, Mobile Home Plug. Most of you guys been in here. Look. The one person that's not in here right now, I'm surprised. Sneaker Fiend. Sneaker Fiend's not in here. Excuse me. And then there's a guy named AJ No Free. Listen, guys, I sit up here and talk for 49 straight weeks. You guys come here and listen to me. But you guys know what's really important to me is the action behind, what I'm telling you guys to go do, or me answering your questions and putting a game plan in place. Last week we had two people drop their current situations and what they were doing with the advice game that I'm giving out each and every week. Excuse me. So we had Sneaker Fiend. If you guys don't know, normal, pretty consistent viewer. Had taken my advice throughout all these weeks and literally got a pre-approval and was out looking for a home. That's action. I like to hear about that stuff. So when you guys come in here, ask questions, and then come back and say, look, I actually did this, and this is how it's going, that makes me feel like what I'm doing is good, right? I don't care if I got one person up in this joint. I don't care if I got 100, right? We've never hit 100. We've hit like 20 something. But anyway, you get my point, right? My job, the way I give back when this real estate space, in my mind, is by doing this each and every week. And if I can do this each and every week, and then I can hear about how it's helping you guys in your endeavors, boom, that's what I want to hear. So yeah, guys, ask your questions right there and or in the comment section below. I'm gonna give this probably about another 10 minutes before I have to go buy doors, because I also have to get on the road, and I have literally been running around all day. I had to buy some tile this morning. I had to buy some accent tile. I had to go cash some checks, and I gotta go buy these doors and then drop them off at another rehab. So busy day, and I also have to pack and get on the road tonight. Drive 11 hours to Florida. Anyway, what's going on, Connor King? Brett says, did you get around to floor plan question? Might be, I got a call. Yeah, man, I literally spent like 10 minutes on the floor plan question. I don't know how long you was on the phone, brother, but I definitely went highly in tune with the floor plan question. Now, guys, also remember this: if you guys miss a part of the show, I do post it on my feed, so you can go literally check my feed after the show, and you will see the whole show. There you go. I'll watch the replay. So outside of that, if you guys don't have any questions, I normally give you guys an update of what I got going on, just in general. iMac 88, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in here. So for me, guys, I have, and please stop me if you guys have any questions. Ask your questions below. For me, like I said, I got 3 rehabs that's going on right now. I had one that I just closed on last week. I can't remember. I actually started that rehab Tuesday. I started that. We've already done the demo. I've already tiled. My guy will be done tiling the bathroom today. He just started yesterday. Not yesterday morning. He started noontime, lunchtime. He will be done tiling that bathroom today. Minimal rehab in a great area. I'd say a B-class neighborhood, right? Bunch of developments and stuff. Check my feed. I showed you guys that house, right? When I got in there, I said, you know what? I think I can get this house done in a couple weeks. There's no reason why that house should not be on the market at the end of the month, right? And so that's my goal. I'm telling you guys this now, all 6 of you guys watching this. My goal is for the most recent rehab that I just got, that I just started 2 days ago. My goal is to have that property completed and listed at the end of the month. Hold me to it. Hold me to it. So that's my goal. pretty quick rehab. Let's get this thing done. So yes, after my tile, I'm gonna do some paint, floors, cabinets, countertop, paint the outside. Done. So yes, hopefully I can get that done. I also have another rehab that's wrapping up. And yeah, guys, here's another thing. I want to make this known because I had to go through this. I go through a lot of things, like everything. The reason why I'm able to come up here each and every week and talk confidently about what about what I do and answer these questions is because I have the damn experience. And when you have the experience, it's not a confidence thing anymore. Well, it is a confidence thing. You're just confident in what you do. I can talk all day about this stuff because I have the experience to back it up, right? I've seen this stuff a million times or enough times to know. And so, I forgot who it was. Was that Kobe or somebody said something about, were you nervous in the finals? And he's like, dude, I practice like 24 hours a day. Why would I be nervous? I forgot the quote or whatever the case may be. But anyway, that's kind of like how I feel. Now, I do have room to learn and grow in the real estate space, but everything that I'm talking to you guys about is all based off experience. So don't think for a second that what I'm telling you guys is just I don't know, or I'm just like reading some shit off the internet, or I'm getting it off. No, I've done it. I've seen it. And so I'm young, right? I am young, and I am black in a space, in a city that has a lot of investors that don't look like me, or a lot of investors that are nowhere near my age, and I do what I do. I'm low-key to a degree, right? And I'm not out there, like, I could have this show blown up everywhere and showing y'all what I do and all the houses and showing y'all pictures. I can do a lot of that stuff, but I don't, right? I'm pretty low-key, right? And given the fact, and I handle my business low-key, I'm kind of private with my houses and showing y'all that kind of stuff just because, I just am. Anyway, my point is that even the way I operate my business does not leave me, still makes me vulnerable to, I don't like to use the word hate, but I would use the word hate. And you guys, I know you guys don't live here in Baltimore, but it's one thing to see it's one thing to see another investor, somebody that doesn't, a counterpart that doesn't look like me, that's 40, 50 years old, doing what I do. It's another thing to see some young black guy with dreads doing this same thing. Not dreads, I can't say that. Locks. Sorry. But anyway, I do what I do, but I also experience a lot of subtle and apparent just hate, racism. I do. And I don't talk about it, but it is prevalent, it's real. From contractors to lenders, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a situation last week, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was about to be on your ass. Yeah, they're not dreads, they're locks. Look at my locks, man. I'm out here hanging on y'all, boys. But anyway, yeah, I don't think it, it's just crazy. I like to handle my business above board. I was always taught to be above board, to do the right thing, treat people well, and I do. I sometimes when I shouldn't, right? And it doesn't matter. You're still susceptible to people feeling some type of way because you're doing what they want to do, or you're further along than where they are. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy. I could go into some details about some stories, some recent stories, but we'll be here all day. I just want to let it be known that it don't matter what you do, what you look like. There are going to be people that just don't like what you're doing just because you're doing it. And that's just the nature of it. I got really upset last week Friday due to a situation that was going on, and I'm sitting there trying to figure out. I didn't do anything to this individual. You know, the way I conducted my business with this individual was above board, professional. I didn't ask for no favors because I'm not in a position where I need to ask for favors. You know, and I'm trying to figure out why this person was acting like this after we had done business and treated me as such. And I'm like, I couldn't come up with any solution besides, hey, they're X age, don't look like me. That's the only thing that I could come up with. And here's another thing, and I challenge you guys to do this as well. I do a lot of reflecting on how I interact with individuals, right? I do a lot of thinking ahead. So I always try to be 3 steps ahead, right, of anybody, like in my responses. So instead of me giving a response immediately, I'm trying to normally be 3 steps ahead, because it's just enables me to have a more clear answer, and I'm not giving an answer or giving a something off emotions. And so I do a lot of pre-thinking before I give a response, and then I do a lot of post-thinking as far as like, okay, how did that interaction go? You know, I said this in this way, how did they react? Or, had I said it this, I do a lot of that, right? And so, and it has helped me tremendously, because there's a lot of points in business where you guys can be frustrated or have these type of emotions, and you respond or react or whatever, and you're not thinking about how that is perceived, how the other person perceives it, how it's, whatever. And you can get a lot of things messed up, and people can get a lot of you messed up in how you are as an individual. And I take a lot of that into consideration with a lot of the way I do business. I will literally be on the phone with my father, and we will go through how to respond to this, and then we will post-game analysis, like the reaction to how that interaction happened. We do a lot of that, right? And I love my father for being there and able to do that for me and with me. And so when I did that and just recounted my whole interaction with this individual who I had a run-in with last week, nothing. I gave that person no reason to treat me the way they treated me and to say the things that they said to me. And, all reactions, this is another thing. All reactions all responses to you don't require a reaction. And sometimes no reaction is the best response. Especially when people get out of character with you, sometimes the best response is no response, right? You don't want to bring yourself down to their level, right? And you also, it's a lot I can say. Yeah, and let's read some comments, because I saw you guys bringing some comments in. Camille says, keep going and throw it on YouTube. Representation is important. Yes. Destiny said, close the business tomorrow. I'm going to have my show on YouTube by tomorrow, close the business. That's facts. Wizzy Be Good says, facts 100. Yes. Appreciate the support. Brent says, they deflect their insecurities on you. Keep shining. That is real, man. Man, it is real. Mobile Unplugged says, I for sure needed to hear this. I'm glad I was able to bring this subject to light. Brent says, smart real estate is really a communication-based business. It is, right? And the crazy part is everybody... Here's the crazy part, right? I like to think of myself as low key. And my interactions with this individual last week were not really warranted. They shouldn't have treated me as such, even as a paying customer, paid in full, no hassles, no, you know what I'm saying, no favors needed, paid in full, right? I shouldn't be treated like this. Cool. I'm gonna keep it a buck and keep it a professional with you, right? Even though I'm steaming, I'll beat your, I like to keep it professional. I like to document. And I don't like to stoop down to people's level. And if I feel like a response is not warranted, I'm not going to give you that liberty. Crazy thing is this. As low key as I am, I'm also connected. And, this is why I tell you guys that in whatever business you do, make your business above board. Pay people when they're supposed to be paid. Do the right thing. Because you never know when you'll need somebody. You'll never know when the way your track record, you'll never know when you need something done and your track record is going to be the reason why that either gets done or not done. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say I know people that knows this individual that I had a run-in with. These people have a lot of power. These people can shut this person down. And all I had to do was make a phone call. Now, I'm not saying that happened, because it didn't happen. But, based on my relationship or relationships and the way I do business around this city, I like to have a clean name. And for reasons like this. If I'm not treated well, I have people that I can call on for help. Right? And that's all based on, how I've done business in the past, how I've been able to treat people, and, just keeping, being conscious of the way I respond and interact with people and the lasting effects, right? I have individuals who I've blacklisted completely, right? And it's just based on the way they've treated me. Completely blacklisted. You will never get a phone call from me. Ever. And then there's other individuals, and those people, those interactions had to be those type of interactions. If I had to do whatever, cool, right? But you were blacklisted for a good reason. But most of the other folks I deal with, I try to think down the road. Will I ever run into this individual again? Will I need them again? Will they need my help again? And so you have to take a bird's eye view in a lot of interactions that you have. And not just think emotionally right then and there, but think down the road and how is what I'm saying going to impact me or this individual or our relationship down the road. I'm not perfect at it, but I have learned in a short amount of time that, relationships are everything, and business is not so much a take type thing. A lot of it is give and take. You got to grease the skids a little bit, but you also have to give a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, especially in this business. I get a lot based on just being a good person, plain and simple. Be a good person, good things will come to you, and people will take your word, and you won't have to deal with a lot of issues as if you were a bad person. And you had bad intentions, and you try to screw people, or you only call people when you need them, that kind of stuff. That was a lot. Brent says, think, respond with end in mind. That is key. Key. Mobile Home Plug says, yep, that's across the board in business and life in general. Yes. Overall, just like Mobile Home Plug says, just be a good person. Just be a good person. If you guys check my Instagram, I made a post about the 10 things or 8 things or whatever I learned in real estate since I started. And one of those points was literally just be a good person. It's a dirty game. It's a lot of bad people. It's a lot of, misunderstanding. It's a lot of crap in this business. You don't have to be crap. Be a good person. Now, I'm not saying that when somebody tries you or, you know, whatever, that you just let it slide. No, handle your business, but think 3 steps ahead, right? That's the best way I can put it to you. Always be 3 steps ahead. So when that person gives me a response back, I already know what they're going to say back, and I already know how I'm going to pivot. Ooh, yeah, start using your minds. I really do like the old Italian, you know, Godfather movies, Goodfellas. You know why? Think about the mob. Those guys, you always had to, it was chess, not checkers. You always had to be thinking ahead to stay out of this danger, or to stay away, to avoid this scenario. It's chess. It's literally chess, guys. People aren't saying this to be cliche. It is chess out here, right? Play the game as such, right? Not saying you got to be manipulative, but always think 3 steps ahead, right? If I say this, how's this, you know, whatever. Anyway, I've been here for an hour, actually over an hour. If you guys appreciate that last little bit, throw some heart emojis out there, right? Hit the little fluttery things or whatever. Just some key points. I brought that up. Close the business tomorrow as per destiny. Yeah, I see the hearts fluttering. Hey, I like y'all. That's why I rock with y'all. Per destiny, I run DMC. I have to have my YouTube show. I have to have this show on YouTube by tomorrow, close of business. So all 5 of you that's watching this show right now, this is what I want from you guys. This is what I want from you guys. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Friday, tomorrow at 5 p.m. I want all you guys to DM me at 5:01. 5:01, I want straight DMs. Did you do what you said you was going to do today at 1:21:48 with putting the show on YouTube? That's how we going to do this. I'm not even worried because it's going to be on there. I ain't going to tell you. Just know it's going to be on there. But just because I love y'all, just because I like the accountability, I love it. It's not just about me holding y'all accountable, but it's also about y'all holding me accountable, what I say, right? I want you guys to DM me tomorrow at 5 o'clock, 5:01, 5 o'clock, 5:01, whatever, and say, look, did you do it? And you know what I'm going to respond with in that DM? I'm going to respond with the YouTube link for the show. Damn! Damn it, I love it. Y'all done got me jacked up now. I'm with it. So, outside of that, guys, I got to go pick up these doors. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will be driving to Florida tonight. No sleep, team, no sleep. I should be in Florida like 6 o'clock in the morning, 10 hours, me and my fiance. She's probably going to drive most of the time. But other than that, Brent says strategy is success. Yes, it is. Mobile Home Plug says, okay, I'm going to be there at 5:01. Yeah, I'll see you at 5:01. Outside of that, y'all wish me luck on the road tonight. Peace and blessings, love and happiness. Y'all remember, be present in your own lives. Making money is cool, but being present and showing the people that you love and being there and being present with them is the most important thing. Not anything else. Don't take this time for granted. We are on borrowed time. People die every day, B. Remember that. Not 5:03, not 5:07, but 5:01. Drive safe. I'll be looking for you. Mobile Home Plug, I love you. Thank you. All right, guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Wizzy, be good. Says safe travels. Yes, safe travels to you guys as well as you navigate from your home to your place of employment and wherever you go. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Peace.